My child, you've been feeling it, haven't you? That strange disconnection, that loneliness, even in crowds, that sense that you no longer fit where you used to flourish. You've been wondering, what's wrong with me? And I answer you now, nothing is wrong. You're not being pushed aside, you're being set apart. You are not broken, you are chosen. And today, I will show you why you felt so different, and what I'm about to do with that difference. My child, I know what it feels like to walk into a room and still feel alone. I see how you smile while carrying the quiet ache of disconnection. I know how you've been trying to make sense of the distance that's grown between you and the people who once felt close, the places that once felt like home, the passions that once energized you. And I want to speak directly to what your heart has been afraid to ask. Why do I feel so different? The answer is simple. I've been setting you apart, not as punishment, but as preparation. You're not being removed because you're unworthy. You're being repositioned because you've been marked by my hand. There's a difference between being left out and being called out. And what you've been experiencing isn't rejection, it's redirection. I've been pulling you away from what no longer reflects who you are becoming. The discomfort, the disconnection, the emotional distance, they're not signs of failure. They're symptoms of spiritual upgrade. I'm stretching your spirit to align with what's holy, and that process often makes the familiar feel foreign. You've noticed how the conversations around you have shifted. What once entertained you now feels empty. What used to satisfy your soul now leaves you unsettled. That's not you being difficult. That's me sharpening your discernment. You've been trying to explain this feeling to others, and they can't understand it. Because this isn't something that can be explained in natural terms. It's a spiritual separation. I'm not separating you because you're better. I'm separating you because you're being built differently. I've placed something in you that requires solitude, that needs sacred silence, that demands refinement without distraction. You're not going backward. You're going deeper. And in this deep place, I'm revealing things that cannot be downloaded in noisy spaces. I'm cultivating something weighty, and that requires hiddenness. You've looked around and wondered why others seem so at ease in places that now feel heavy to you. It's because I'm not calling them where I'm calling you. You're not being left behind. You're being led into a season of consecration. I'm closing doors not to punish you, but to protect what I'm forming in secret. You've been asking me to use you, to trust you with more, to speak through you, but you didn't realize that increase in calling always comes with increase in consecration. And now, that process is unfolding in you. You feel misunderstood, even by those you love. You've been tempted to shrink to stay accepted, to silence your convictions to stay included. But child, I didn't anoint you to blend in. I called you out so that my light could shine through you, undiluted, unfiltered, and unashamed. You weren't designed to move with the crowd. You were created to move with me. And my pace is different, my voice is different, my standard is different. I've been calling you higher, and that means you can't walk like you used to. You can't settle like you used to. You can't think like you used to, because you are not who you used to be. This discomfort isn't spiritual failure, it's spiritual awakening. You've grown beyond surface-level living. You've tasted my presence in the secret place, and now nothing else satisfies. That's why the noise annoys you. That's why the old rhythms feel heavy. That's why shallow conversation leaves your spirit hungry. You've been rewired for depth. You're being tuned to hear my whisper in ways you never could before. This is what it means to be set apart. It's not glamorous. It's not always celebrated, but it is sacred. I'm teaching you how to carry the weight of my presence, not just in church, but in your daily walk. Not just in worship, but in silence. Not just around others, but in hidden places where no one else sees. That's where my glory rests. Not in platforms, but in purity, and purity requires separation. I'm not asking you to isolate in bitterness. I'm inviting you into stillness, where my voice becomes the loudest. I want you to be so familiar with me that you're not shaken by unfamiliar environments, so confident in my presence that you don't crave the approval of others, so rooted in my truth that compromise no longer tempts you.
This is not you being distant. This is me making you distinct. You've asked for clarity, and this is it. You're being set apart because what you carry cannot be contaminated by comparison or culture. The fire in you is not for performance, it's for purpose. I've placed something holy in you, and I am protecting it at all costs. You might not see the full picture yet, but when the time comes, you'll look back and realize why I couldn't let you stay in certain rooms, why I had to quiet the noise, why I closed doors you begged me to keep open. It wasn't rejection, it was refinement. And I know it's been lonely at times. I know you've wondered if something's wrong with you. But hear me clearly, this is what it looks like to carry a mantle. This is what it feels like to walk with the weight of calling. You're not being punished, you're being prepared. And soon, the very things that made you feel strange will become the signs that mark you as set apart, not for your glory, but for mine. Because what I'm doing through you will not look like what I'm doing through others. And that's not something to fear. It's something to celebrate. So lean into the quiet. Don't fight the disconnect. Let me continue to draw you close, to purify your motives, to renew your mind. You're not in the wrong place. You're in the refining place, the place where oil is pressed, the place where power is produced, the place where character is shaped. And when I release you, when I place you into the rooms I've prepared, you'll enter not with striving, but with stillness, not with anxiety, but with anointing, not with fear, but with clarity. Because by then, you won't need to explain why you're different. You'll simply live it. You are set apart, not just to be seen, but to be sent. My child, I want you to see clearly now why the process has felt so isolating. You weren't simply being removed, you were being refined. I didn't strip things away to leave you empty. I stripped them to show you what's eternal. I'm not asking you to live in lack. I'm asking you to live in light. Light that reveals what cannot come with you. Light that shows you what no longer aligns. Light that protects what I've placed within you, because what you carry cannot be mixed with everything else. What I've placed in you is sacred, and sacred things cannot be handled casually. I've placed dreams in you that don't match your surroundings because I'm forming you for a future that doesn't look like your past. You've felt the tension because your spirit is being stretched beyond comfort. That's not spiritual immaturity. That's growth. Growth doesn't always feel good. It feels like losing what once worked. It feels like grieving what you thought would last. But growth, in my presence, is never a loss. It's a launching point. Every place you've outgrown is a sign that I'm calling you into something greater. You don't belong where you used to feel at home, because I've shifted your atmosphere. You've been measuring your current situation by your past expectations. But I'm not working by those standards anymore. I'm not calling you back. I'm calling you forward. I'm not repeating the cycle. I'm rewriting the narrative. And the further I pull you away from the noise, the clearer you're going to hear me. You thought you were being left behind, but in truth, you were being lifted above. Not in pride, but in purpose. I needed to give you a new vantage point, one not clouded by crowd logic or surface-level emotion. I'm showing you who you are without the noise of identity rooted in acceptance. You're being set apart so I can define you by my spirit, not their opinion. I'm cutting the cords that tied your confidence to external validation. I'm breaking the habit of shrinking for the sake of inclusion. Because you weren't born to adapt, you were born to transform. And those who transform can't be trained by comfort. They must be refined in places where obedience is the only option. That's why you felt the loneliness. Because I've been training you to walk with me before you walk with a crowd. I've been forming your character before I release your influence. I've been anchoring your heart before I increase your visibility. You've cried over closed doors, not realizing I sealed them to protect the oil. You've wondered why your voice hasn't been heard, not realizing I've been strengthening it to carry my word, not just your words. And now, you're learning the rhythm of my voice. The quiet pull that guides you when there are no signs. The peace that settles you when there's no applause. The conviction that holds you when the temptation to compromise knocks at your door. You are not being overlooked. You are being overhauled from the inside out. I'm sharpening your discernment. I'm giving you eyes to see beyond the surface. You don't fall for flattery like you used to. You don't chase popularity like you once did. That's not a loss of fire. That's a sign of depth. You've been craving substance, realness, holiness. And that's because your spirit has grown past imitation. You want the real thing. You want me. Not just blessings, but communion. Not just influence, but intimacy. And that desire, even in its quiet ache, is the sound of someone I can trust. The weight you feel? That's not depression. That's the weight of destiny resting on you. It doesn't feel like others' journeys because yours isn't ordinary. You weren't meant to fit into their process. You were built for something that doesn't have a pattern yet. I'm doing something original in you. Something not drawn from trends or algorithms or formulas. Something that will carry eternal weight. And that means I must develop you in solitude. Because when I do finally send you, the fruit won't just impress, it will transform. You've stopped asking for easy paths, and that's how I know you're ready for more. You've stopped asking for everyone to understand, and that's how I know you're maturing. You've stopped asking me why it had to feel this lonely, and started asking, Lord, what are you trying to form in me here? That question is the sound of someone who's ready to carry something sacred, because set-apart vessels don't wait to be seen, they wait to be filled. And you, my child, are being filled right now. I'm pouring peace into you in places you didn't know were still bleeding. I'm rebuilding your confidence, not based on success, but on sonship. I'm stripping away every voice that trained you to depend on approval, and I'm replacing them with my truth. My voice is becoming your anchor, not opinion, not applause, not trends, me. And once you're anchored in me, nothing can move you. Not comparison, not delay, not the silence of others, not even your own doubt. So don't despise this wilderness. Don't rush out of it. Don't trade it for quick comfort or fast connection. This wilderness is where you've found my voice. This separation is where you've gained clarity. This quiet place is where your roots are going deep enough to carry fire. Because when I do release you, and I will, you will not go back to blend in. You will go forward to break chains. And when you speak, it won't just be your words. It will be my breath. When you move, it won't just be your idea. It will be my timing. And when you love, it won't come from need. It will come from overflow. You're not weird. You're anointed. You're not behind. You're becoming. You're not forgotten. You're forming. I'm doing something so holy in you that it requires silence. It requires pruning. It requires surrender. But child, I promise you, it will be worth it. Everything I'm removing now is making space for what I'm about to release. Everything I'm quieting is making room for what I'm about to speak. Everything I'm stripping is preparing you to carry the kind of glory that cannot be explained, only encountered. You are being set apart because you are being prepared to carry something pure. And the purity I'm placing in you will not just set you free. It will break chains off of everyone who encounters you. My child, let me speak now to the questions that still linger beneath your strength. I see the days you believe what I've spoken, and I see the nights when doubt creeps in quietly, whispering, "What if I'm not enough? What if this is all in my head?" I see how you wonder if this weight, this isolation, this constant inner pull toward holiness is something real, or if you've simply disqualified yourself somewhere along the way. But hear me now, with no hesitation, no uncertainty. I have set you apart because you are mine. Not because you're perfect, but because you're willing. Not because you have it all figured out, but because your heart still says yes, even when your flesh feels tired. That yes, that whisper of surrender, is more powerful than you realize. It's what separates those who are chasing me from those who are chasing approval. You were never called to live an ordinary life. You've always sensed that, haven't you? Even as a child, there was something different in your awareness, a sensitivity in your soul, a voice that called you out of compromise, even when it hurt. That wasn't coincidence. That was my spirit marking you early. I've had my hand on you long before you knew how to name it. And now, in this moment, I'm awakening the fullness of what I placed in you. You're not just being refined. You're being revealed. Everything I hid in you, the discernment, the purity, the fire, the voice, is about to emerge. Not for show, but for impact. This is why you've felt pulled away from the familiar. This is why relationships have shifted, why your appetite for certain things has changed, why surface-level conversations no longer satisfy. It's not emotional instability, it's spiritual clarity. You're seeing through the fog now. You're hearing me in ways others may not yet understand. And that's okay. Not everyone will see what you see, because not everyone was set apart for what I've called you to carry. But do not let your difference become a burden. Let it become your banner. Let it remind you that you are not alone, not abandoned, not strange. You are anointed. You are walking a narrow road because I've entrusted you with a wide reach. You are walking in stillness because the volume of your voice will carry weight. You are walking in separation because what you carry must be pure. And the purity of your heart, the way you've protected the oil, the way you've obeyed when it cost you relationships and comfort, that is what I honor. I have not forgotten you. I have not set you aside. I have not benched you while others run ahead. I have placed you in a season of deep preparation, because the assignment I have for you cannot be rushed. You don't need to market yourself to be seen. You don't need to network your way into destiny. You need only to keep walking with me, and what is yours will recognize you. Doors will open because your name is written on them by my hand. You won't have to force what is ordained. You won't have to explain your difference. You will simply be, and my glory will rest upon you. There will be moments where the enemy tries to use your isolation as evidence that I've left you. But remember this, I do my best work in hidden places. The womb is hidden before the child is born. The seed is buried before the tree can grow. The oil is pressed in private before it flows in public. You are in that pressing place, but it's not punishment, it's activation. And soon, what has been cultivated in secret will begin to pour out, not in drops, but in rivers. Now let me release over you what you've been hungry to hear, not from others, not from platforms, but directly from me. Sit still now, let your soul settle, let your heart open. This blessing is not general, it is personal. It is your confirmation, your covering, your call to rest. My beloved child, I bless you with eyes that see what others miss. I bless you with ears that discern my whisper through the noise. I bless you with a spirit that stays soft even when the world grows hard. I bless you with friendships that feed your assignment and protect your purity. I bless you with a rhythm of rest that outlasts striving. I bless you with boldness that doesn't need validation. I bless you with wisdom beyond your years and peace that confuses every storm. I bless your feet, that they may walk into rooms with confidence and humility. I bless your hands, that they may release healing and build what is holy. I bless your voice, that it may carry fire, not just volume. I bless your heart, that it may remain pure, honest, and whole, even after seasons of breaking. I bless your identity, that you may never again look for labels from man when you carry the mark of heaven. You are not who they said you were. You are not who failure tried to define. You are mine, set apart, sealed by my spirit, protected by my word, and surrounded by my presence. What's ahead will not overwhelm you. It will unfold around you with favor, grace, and divine timing. Go forward knowing, I've set you apart because you carry my glory, and I will never ask you to carry something I won't empower you to steward. You are ready. You are chosen. You are covered. You are mine. If this word spoke to the deep places in you, type, I receive this consecration, in the comments below. Like this video if you felt the weight of God's voice in your spirit. Subscribe to God's Amen message so you never miss another prophetic release. Share this with someone who has been feeling different, isolated, or displaced. Remind them they're not being rejected, they're being set apart. And come back soon. The next word may be the one that confirms what God already whispered to your soul.